Good morning, Meredith. How are you? Hey,
I'm
I
doing so good.
I know that on opening day you had the Moe and Chandon vending machine champagne. We made s'mores espresso teenies today, so you'll have to try one. Maybe after your
I
your
saw
event
that
today.
segment. I saw that segment and it was so delicious. It was getting my taste buds going for the morning, but I'm
I know.
doing well.
Okay.
I am just looking out at the windows and it's snowing. It's just a peaceful start to the morning, but it is an exciting day. As you mentioned, we are holding a premiere, and this is the third premiere we've had since launching her film camp, but it is the first one where we are inviting the public to. So, it's an exciting opportunity just to see the work we've done over the past couple of years. And we are showing three original films, one from 2020 called Elena. And it's about a girl who's not selected for a role at her dance studio. And so, in her disappointment, her abuela inspires her to put on her own performance. And actually, you were in this one.
I know.
So I can't
Meredith
wait
called
for
me up
you
and
to
she's
see
like,
this one.
she's like, I need you for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah. So you use some people in the community as well as the students.
Definitely. Yeah, and that was our very first one. And fun fact about that, well, sad fact about that film, I severely sprained my ankle before the first take.
Yes. Yes.
So I was in crutches, but we still pushed through, and that's like the big lesson with film production in general to teach these kids is that so much is not in your control,
Yeah.
and you got to push through the obstacles and the adversity, and sometimes happy accidents
Yeah.
come out of it. So there's so many lessons that film production teaches these girls. So that's one of my favorite parts of the process. And then the second film we're showing is called Decision Day, and it is about a high school senior that looks to her childhood idols to help her make a decision where to go to college. And so she looks to Frida Kahlo, Katherine Johnson from NASA, and RBG.
Okay.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, it's a little bit of magical realism. Her posters come to life and they all share wisdom
Wow.
and advice to her. And it's really touching. And we also have local actors in this, including Beth Swearingen starring as RBG, and Quinn Kelly plays the lead in that. So that happened last summer, and it's really a great film. And we had a nice team of, emerging filmmakers, professional filmmakers that came in and really teamed up with these aspiring filmmakers who are about in, middle school, high school age.
Yeah.
So that is one of my favorite films we've done so far.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And now, who comes up with these scripts? Are you getting scripts from other writers and aspiring writers, and then you guys act it out, or how do these stories come about?
Yeah, so that is what happened for those two films. I kind of bring in some filmmakers that I say are emerging, around our age, 20 somethings that are looking for this experience and really have something to say. So we've worked with about four different writers to collaborate on those scripts. And then this summer, due to some shorter timelines, I didn't really bring in a team this summer.
Yeah.
We actually brought the film enrichment to the Youth Power 365 summer camps, the middle school summer camps. So it was a bit shorter of a timeline. Each of these films that we did this summer, I had about 6 hours with them. So there
Okay.
was a decent amount outside of that. And so it was very much skimming the surface, but the summer camp was themed hero. So we really used the hero's journey to create a new film. And so this summer, we created an original film called Hot Lunch,
Okay.
and it is about three girls that are dared to go break the curse on the cafeteria and so it's a Ghostbuster, theme,
Okay.
and it's they really created it this time. So I think that's really fantastic, and I want to continue incorporating their stories and their ideas, because even in middle school, I'm just so surprised on their creativity,
Yeah.
their capabilities. They're really natural filmmakers.
Oh yeah. Well, and you know what? That's such a part of well, part of my youth was play and putting on skits and plays with my sisters, my cousins, my brother, and like we'd have the fireplace hearth as the stage, and then we'd gather all the parents around. Like, it's a natural part of play, but then to take it to the next level and then have it be filmed, and now they get to watch it. That's really cool to really go from just beginning, middle, end, and see the finished product.
That's exactly right. That's one of my favorite parts, is really they get to see all of the phases of the film production, because it's all cool. Each phase is tricky and fun at the same
Yeah.
time. So I'm so excited for them to be able to walk into Riverwalk Theater, which some of them haven't even been to a
Yep.
movie theater,
Yep.
which is crazy. So I'm so excited to give them that opportunity, and let alone most of them are seeing their face on the big screen.
I
So
know.
I think it's going to be really touching for them to see the final product, since we worked on it this summer, and they're going to feel like movie stars.
They are. I know. And then so how old are these kids? What's the age range?
This summer we had middle schoolers.
Okay.
In our decision day, we had a few high schoolers involved too.
Okay.
So we're definitely trying to incorporate the high schoolers coming in. There's a lot of good peer-to-peer mentorship opportunities that can happen then. And that's also why I do bring in, some of these emerging filmmakers that live in Chicago and LA, and we'll fly them in here, and they're really getting that experience of true
Oh
filmmaking.
yeah, and we just saw some behind the scenes footage. I love it. You got like the boom mic, you got all the, and then someone's, yelling action. They really get to play a lot of different roles. It's not just on camera. It can be a lot of things where people feel more comfortable operating the camera or calling the shots. So people really get to see where their skills are. And I bet you see a lot of change. Even in the few short days that this project goes on, you probably see a lot of growth in that time.
Oh yeah, their confidence grows so much from day one. They really come in so timid, because most of them have never really been involved with either acting in front of the camera or all the crew jobs that happen behind the camera. And that's what I think this is so cool, is that we do get to expose them to so many jobs that happen behind the camera, because everyone knows the actors. It's what we see as the audience, but it takes a village behind the camera, and so they get to really feel out all the different roles and switch around, but to see them take some leadership and really say, like, I want to be working with the camera, or they're holding the boom, they really grow to love these positions, and
Yeah.
by the end their bond is stronger, and we've created original art. So it really is just like such a touching process that I'm honored to bring to the youth here. And I still learn so much every single production we do. So I'm also grateful for that.
Okay, well, we're excited to see this. So 5:30, and it'll go until 7:30. So, hey, bring the kids, bring the little siblings. Some of the younger brothers and sisters that want to see their older siblings do this. And it's going to be over at the Riverwalk Theater, which is such a great community theater. They do so many things for the public and organizations like this. And Youth Power 365 does so much. That's the educational arm of the Vail Valley Foundation. So, we're lucky to have you, Meredith, do this. You've got such expertise. I was saying earlier that you debuted your film. It was at the 2019 Vail Film Festival.
That's correct. Yep. Before the film festivals kind of turned virtual,
I
they're
know.
definitely coming back after the pandemic. But I felt so lucky to be involved in a film festival for the first time in my backyard.
I know.
It definitely helped my confidence, and it was one of my favorite memories.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll see you tonight. I'll be there. We'll be doing some Q&A. I know you got a busy day to prepare for all this, and you're probably wrapping up some loose ends. So we're gonna let you go. Cheers, girl. Okay, awesome. This is a